Okay, it's 12 o'clock. I'm trying to see who to get their stamps on the 1st. Let me know. I already got my card. I hid it behind aisle 4 in Walmart yesterday. Let me know when y'all ready to run for it.
So the government is still shut down, and there has been nothing set in place to replace the food stamps. I'm going to tell y'all this again. On November 1st, on Saturday, what do you expect people to do when they can't eat? They are going to take. And some people are going to be more dangerous in doing it than others. You got to understand, like, it's a matter of, like, life and death. And sure, you can say, well, let's go down to the local church and da-da-da. There's only so much that they could do to help people, you know what I mean? Especially when these same people pay taxes, you know, and the government just cuts them off like that. And yes, I get it. Go get a job. Well, 79% of those people have jobs. So when November becomes a purge-like month because of people not being able to eat, don't blame it on people who are starving or their children are starving. But the way I see it is you might want to lock your doors and be careful when you're going outside or going grocery shopping or anything of that nature. Because it's not just going to be food that people are stealing. It's going to be money and items to sell and all those different things. You know how the game goes. So lock your doors. And that goes without saying. If any of y'all are not locking your doors, like, come on now. Also, pay attention to people following you, suspicious cars and things like that. Because November 1st, it could get a little wicked out there. And I mean in like a lot of different places, especially.
You know, it's funny to me that everybody's such in an uproar over these stamps, you know, the food stamp SNAP benefits, when it's never been an issue before, but now everybody's using it as talking pieces. And in particular, you know, conservatives, the right, they're so angry. 42 million Americans on stamps. And it's like, okay, look up the demographics by race. Who's on stamps more? It's poor white people. So you're sitting there in your red states and you're criticizing it, but how many of your followers and voters are on stamps? Maybe they're not speaking out due to shame or whatever crazy thing MAGA has going on, but that's the largest demographic. And then you want to point it at black people. Like I seen this post where it was like, if you can't feed them, don't breed them. Always talking with these racist slurs like we're some type of animals. Like, these are children and single moms, most of them, and you guys want to be up in arms about it with your $100,000 jobs.
All right, we're at Sam's. Is anybody else freaked out or worried about this whole, what is it, EBT cards being turned off on November 1st, and so everyone's out like preparing to like stock their fridges and everything. So
I hope that doesn't become a phenomenon.
I hope it doesn't either. But so we're at Sam's. We thought we'd pick up a couple of things just to make sure that our fridge is stocked and that we can avoid any kind of emergencies. But it's kind of scary when you think about it. And not that I wouldn't want anybody's kids to go hungry or anything like that, but I don't want to be.
I think donating at that point in time is a beneficial thing.
Yeah, donate, yes. But like I've heard some individuals on here saying that, you know, people are going to potentially hold people at gunpoint and to do your due diligence and keep your head on a swivel, and I just hope that's not the case, but you never know. So we are coming to Sam's just to pick up a couple of things.
SNAP looks to expire tomorrow, November 1st. And I have got a hot take regarding that. You cannot convince me at this point that SNAP has not been the main driving contributor to our obesity problem and our health problems that face many people in this country. And the reason why I've come to that conclusion is when you look at these EBT queens publicly posting their food hauls, there ain't a fucking thing in that basket that's healthy. It's all junk food. Now, every one of these women are 300 plus pounds. They're fat as fuck. They're sloppy. And then they have the audacity to put their kids in these videos. Leave your kids out of these videos, please. But they're also fat as fuck. And you know they're not going to be healthy whenever they reach adulthood. Their knees are going to be screaming for help. Their back is going to be screaming for mercy. All the while you're shoving ding-dongs and ho-hos into your pie hole. your diabetes and cholesterol are probably off the charts. And it's all thanks to the government handing you those handouts.
To all of you individuals who are freaking out, who are on food stamps, y'all need to calm down. And I'm going to tell you why. Because while y'all out here cutting up and making videos on TikTok about how you're going to break into stores and you're going to steal all this stuff and you and your kids going to steal all this stuff, first of all, you just incriminated yourself, and that's premeditation, and you need to go ahead and retract those statements. I'm trying to help you out. Second, I'm going to tell you, President Trump just got back from a very, very successful Asia trip, and now he is back and he is dealing with the issues of American citizens. And the biggest issue right now is the 42 million American citizens who are on public assistance, who are thinking that they're not going to get their benefits on 1 November, which is Saturday. Now, I don't know how this falls on the days or whatever, but I'm telling you, the president is not going to sit here and watch 42 million American citizens go without food. Okay, I'm going to tell you that first of all. You watch and see what I tell you. He paid the military, made sure the military got paid on the 15th of last month. He is making sure the military gets paid on the 30th of this month, which is today. And he is going to find the money somewhere to pay for all of you who are complaining about him and who for some reason talked all this bullshit about no kings like 3 weeks ago. Now you begging, please, king, come help me. Funny how that shit works. But President Trump is going to swoop in and he is going to find the money somewhere in the trillions of dollars that have been floating around, that have been spent on illegals, for instance. That money is going to start going to American citizens. I just saw a few articles very recently, within the last day or so, that 90,000 non-citizens have been cut from EBT programs and SNAP programs as of like this week. And they've been doing that the whole time. And every time they do it, they report it. So the more of these foreigners who are not here lawfully are being taken off of public assistance, what do you think that does, class? It makes room for American citizens who actually need the money and who are entitled to it. However, don't get used to it again, okay? Don't get used to it, because you're going to have to start qualifying for these benefits, all right? The goal is for people to become self-sufficient in this new golden age. You don't need to sit on food stamps and EBT for 20 freaking years and teach your daughters how to do the same thing, and then they teach their daughters. That shit is over. This is not the 80s. All cap, dude. Come on now, get up off your ass and stop complaining and stop saying, I got kids, I can't work. Bitch, I had kids, I was a teen parent, and I worked, and I went to school, and I got through it. I was on Section 8 and food stamps, they called it something different, but I was on a public assistance for a little while, and then I was like, shit on this, you giving me, that's it? Sister gotta have more. So I made a way, and you can too. But I'm telling you, what's going to happen, just so you're aware, I'm telling you first. I know other people might be thinking it, but President Trump is going to swoop in, and he is going to make sure that those who are currently on these programs are going to get paid Even if it might be a day or so late, don't trip the fuck out. Sit down and just hold up. You can wait a day or so. He's going to make sure that you get paid. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to hear Democrats trying to claim credit for it. They're the ones who shut the government down and caused this in the first place. The Democrats wanted full benefits and medical care for illegals, and President Trump and the GOP, the Republicans, are saying, no, we ain't paying for illegals no more. We are going to give the money to Americans. FBAs, for instance. All right? I'm going to end with this. President Trump is going to swoop in, and he is going to make sure that 42 million American citizens have what they need, especially in the month of November. He's not going to let you go without when Thanksgiving is coming up. Chill out. The Democrats would, though. If that shit was Kamala Harris, she'd have let you starve. She don't give a crap. She's not black anyway, by the way. She's Indian. So she doesn't care about you. Trump is going to fix this problem, and you better give props where props is due. Peace.
To all retail workers, supermarket workers, the Walmart, the Target, the Publix, the Family Dollar, Dollar General. You see next week, see blind, hear and deaf. All employees, security guards, cashiers, see blind, hear and deaf. That are the protocol. If you don't understand what the fuck I mean, remember, you know, the man them cut off week. The man them cut off food stamp. What the fuck you think will happen next week? When November kick in and the people them not have money, what do you think will happen? They might run every store to take what they want. See blind, hear and deaf, everything is insured. Don't put their life in jeopardy. See blind, hear and deaf. Do not put your life in a jeopardy and follow security with the overzealous self. Look and see what going to enough out. Look and see what going to enough out there now. With the word like the boy, I do the own things. I work, you know. And the thing them insure, you know. Just know that everything inside that store is insured. So make sure you protect for the life. See blind, hear and deaf. Remember, everything cut off, no banana money. So I go see what I go on. Be careful out there.
Ladies, y'all better tell them $40 for who? Everybody was all in uproar. Oh, they ain't getting knife snap benefits. People ain't having Thanksgiving. Now, y'all already know I mind the business that pays me. I go to the messy side of TikTok. I don't go over there for me. I go over there for y'all, and you're welcome. Y'all done seen all over the news, they said people getting their SNAP benefit. Let me say it again. Yup, I done seen it all over the news. They said people getting their SNAP benefit. I can't believe how many people was just so much in the uproar this week. They talking about people don't need. They talking about let them start. I mean, they was out in them streets. I mean, I was in the TikTok street. They was on panels arguing. Oh, they don't need that anyway. Getting $1,900, $1,800, and you having all these kids. That's your problem, not ours. I mean, they was serious. Let them start. But I guess the government looked around and they knew no matter what was going on, everybody kind of needs to eat. Guess they wasn't ready for those some of y'all ain't gonna eat problems. So yeah, I done seen all over the news they're saying EBT is back. Now they didn't say for how long, so I'll take that as you will, but they did say everybody gonna have a Thanksgiving. I gotta go back.
Good morning, y'all. Y'all know how everybody online tripping about EBT, right? I get food stamps and I also work. And I work in the medical field. And I get paid enough money, but I also have a lot of kids. So you know how everybody tripping on food stamps or whatever? Check y'all cards. Y'all might have a little bit of balance. I just checked mine. They gave me $189 on my SNAP card. Which I ain't complaining because yesterday I just had to spend cash on some food. And I'm just like, God, please. I know this is when you better trust God about anything. And I trust God and I checked my card. I had $189. I'm going to make that last. You know, you better go get you some meat. Get you the essential things you need. Ain't no chips this month. Ain't no snacks. But kids need snacks too. But check y'all cards. I had $189 on mine. Normally I get more than that and I ain't telling y'all my amount or whatever, but yeah, go check y'all cards. I got $189 Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, I just had to say that, and y'all have a good day. And yeah, the world is not over. We not gonna be hungry because God is not gonna let that happen. Remember the story when He fed 5,000 people with bread and fish? Was it bread and fish? Yeah, but we gonna be just fine. Y'all better put your faith in God and pray about it, and we gonna be just fine. Anyways, y'all have a good day. Bye.
Please help me provide Thanksgiving meals for those in need by simply watching this video and clicking all the buttons. With SNAP benefits being set to be discontinued in November, people need help more than ever. So I'm going to take every cent raised from this video and buy as many of the $40 Thanksgiving meals from Aldi as I possibly can with funds raised. I am then going to pair with a local food pantry in Indianapolis so that those meals can be distributed to the people in the area of most need. If you've made it this far, I appreciate your time, and I'm hoping we can feed as many people as possible. Please tag Aldi in this. Any way we can get more word on this, more buzz, by clicking all the buttons, leaving 5 words or more in the comments. This will help reach more people and allow us to make more money on this post. I thank you very much for your support, and let's feed some people and make this a very thankful Thanksgiving.
I think his idea is really tight, and that video on TikTok is at 1 million views or 1 million likes. So he is going to definitely accomplish his goal. And I just want to say this. November 1st is here, and I don't know about y'all, but I didn't get no SNAP benefits. I only get a couple dollars anyway. But I called, I don't get them, and I'm in Alaska. Let me know if you got your benefits today. And then the one woman said she did get a portion of it. So we are going to see how this is all going to go down. But I bet not see anybody online that said that they was going to be stealing up in line, buying nothing. We don't want to see you online. Keep that same energy that you had. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. And check these videos out down below. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, and join the channel as well. I'll see y'all in the next one. Foodie gang, gang, gang. Foodie gang, gang, gang.